take the finances off of this and you can scale because the work ethic is here. Not many, I said this on Shambles, how many people do this on a Sunday? You know, people are saying to me, why are you going up on a Sunday? Because it's opportunity. It's I'm blessed to be able to turn around and say, I can go up on a Sunday. And if you double down, you know, the exciting thing is, you know, I'm sure you know what you can earn off of YouTube, the brand deals, you know, so much can come from this. And a lot of people will say, well, I can't do that. And it's not possible because it's a lack of confidence in them.
Self-worth.
Yeah.
Self-worth. And this is why you can interlink everything into that employment sort of mindset is, you know, employment is it's very comfortable. You can go in and you know when you're finishing and you know the pay packet. It's very steady. But look, what is the bigger risk? Look, I'm going to speak for myself. I can't speak for everyone else. I know if I get to later in life, I watched my mum and dad struggle. I was a very different person. I could have gone down a very different route. I had my son. He changed my life. And from there, you know, things changed and I believed in myself. And even now I get questioned, Aaron, what is plan B if this don't all work out? I don't know, you fucking I don't have one. I do not have a plan B. Like if something comes up and there's a hurdle, I jump it. And, you know, it's incredible. I can tell you now, if we were to go to certain places in London, the three of us, and I was to introduce to people who I work very close with, they would welcome you and they would sit down, we'd have a lovely lunch, we'd sit down, we'd talk about business, we could talk about how to scale this podcast, your podcast. And then you can turn around when we go for some lunch or whatever and go, who is this guy? And I can turn around to you and say, it's worth 180 million. And you're going to go, what? I go, he'll help you because he's nice as pie. So many successful people want to help other people if they can see that you want it. They don't like helping lazy people because they got there through hard graft. There are some people who are silver spoon. There are West Wing babies. There are trust fund babies. I don't deal with them. I work for, you know, one of the closest friends of mine who's made a lot of money. East London, single mum. Dad was never about, could barely afford anything. And out of fear, he became a multi-millionaire out of fear. That's insane. Anyone with a drive and longevity to stick to it could see some form of that success. Anyone can, and I will not ever accept any less. I will never have someone come up to me and go, well, I can't do it. Bollocks. It's absolute bollocks.
You just don't want to do it.
You just don't want to.
Yeah, no, I barely believe that.
I will never accept it.
So I have a question. So I've seen the videos where you go around asking like university students, you know, uni over entrepreneurship. Like, what was the idea behind that?
Yeah, to get into the mindset, you know, because I know you're going to come across different people, and it's then interesting for people to hear. You get people that jump on the bandwagon, oh, stop going around doing it. Look, you know, if you've got nothing good to say, as a mother would say, don't say anything at all. Yeah. You know, or push the algorithm, do it. I'll reply, you know, reply to it. It pushes the algorithm, hence why, you know, that first series done hundreds of thousands of views. We've done over millions with those videos. But it's interesting to tap into the mindset because you get some, you know, there was a couple of people who went, oh, stop going up to people aggressively. Watch every single video. Watch what I say at the end. I wish you all the best. Thanks so much for talking to me. There's no aggression in it.
It was never aggressive.
It's bizarre. Some people are just odd.
It's just direct.
Yeah. Yeah, but you don't see the before. Like you cut the clip. I'm talking to them, you know, I'll say hello to them before, you know, you just see this going up to them. And then we have a chat, you know, a brief chat off camera. But it's just interesting to tap into it and understand, you know, I had set questions, uni or business, is social media good or bad? Is money evil? You know, that's an interesting one. That will get some views if we talk about that, is this whole money debate. And then I had a couple of other questions in terms of, what do you think of risk? Is it riskier to stay in employment or business? It's very interesting. It's absolutely more risky to stay in employment, and I can dive into that. The risk is so much higher, and anyone else that says it isn't, that's a case of denial.
Oh, what interesting. Why did you say that before you? Why did you say it's risky?
Okay, so let's look at. So we've got chatbot GPT that's just come in. Okay, so
the AI work system.
Yeah, so Amazon, you know, Tesla, a lot of tech companies. That's going to make a lot of people obsolete in 5 to 10 years.
Why is that? Sorry.
Because it's doing all the coding, it's doing all the answering, it will do outbound calling. You know, imagine if, for me, certainly for my investment business, if I can have an AI chatbot do all my emails, all my coding. I don't need Fiverr. I don't need my VA anymore. I don't need anyone to work my LinkedIn. They're gone. It's done. Chatbot. Do me an email campaign 3 times a day to a demographic in blah, blah, blah. Make the email short, punchy, funny, and it will do all of it.
Yeah, I've seen it. You can say, "Oh, make it sound like a Trump speech. Make it sound."
And then
like
it's going to go to voice. It's going to make, look, anyone who's watching this, it's going to make, if you're in tech, your job's going to be at risk. So that's the major risk. Tech is moving very quick. So that's why it's so important. This is key. Like, if you can scale this, I mean, I'd even help you scale this. Like, I said this to Shambles FM. I don't know how much you know, but I'm helping them off camera with a few things now. I'd love to, any kind of stuff like this, I'd love to get involved in scaling it, making it, because this is digital assets that will stand the test of time. If COVID hit now, you're still earning. You can still scale. Sit apart, we can still run it. You can't do that. Bakery, cafe, mechanics, boom, gone. And another shutdown will happen in the next 5-10 years, I reckon. So it's planning for that. So the risk of people going, look what's happening with the economy without getting into finance. I work in finance, you know, it's boring, isn't it? But with what's happening, especially with a lot of the new regulations with the banks, it's going to cut jobs. So if you're a Tesco's driver, lorry driver, and there's 10 of you and they pull 5 in and go, we're really sorry, we're actually going to have to make 5. What we're doing is we're going from a Luton, we're going to do 7.5 tonners now. Sorry, we don't need as many Lutons. Sorry, we're going to have to cut your job. Fuck, what am I going to... So there is a bigger risk. Whereas as a business owner or self-employed or an entrepreneur, someone who's building a side hustle whilst in their full-time employed job, if you can create something that's online, scalable, that's in demand once, 2-3 times a week or a month, imagine having a product that you can sell for £1 and your marketing and sales strategy is insane on TikTok and you reach 1 million people every week with your TikTok, but you've got a product for £1. Average conversion rate, 10%. You have a sale rate of 5%. That's a huge revenue.